Kingston, Jamaica. The Jamaica Umbrella Group of Churches, JUGC, has added its voice to those condemning Tuesday's brutal killing of a mother and her 4 children in the rural farming district of Cocoa Peace, Clarendon. The JUGC, in a statement, said it is saddened and alarmed at the unabated reports of murders being committed across the country, including Tuesday's bloodbath which claimed the lives of 34-year-old Kemisha Wright and her 4 children, 15-year-old Kimana Smith, 10-year-old Shemari Smith, 5-year-old Kafana Smith and 23-month-old Kishaun Henry, her only son. The 4 were found inside their home Tuesday morning with their throats slashed. A family member who was quickly named as a person of interest in the matter was apprehended in Trelawny the same day and is in police custody. It is particularly disheartening to note that all the children who lost their lives were under the age of 16. We note further that the deceased were members of 2 of the most vulnerable demographic cohorts in our society, women and children, said JUGC Chairman, the Most Reverend Kenneth D. Richards. We stand in support of this and other families who grieve because of the continued inexplicable loss which is caused by the prevailing unspeakable horror of murders plaguing our nation, Richards added. The JUGC lamented that Jamaicans have a long-standing disregard for the sanctity of life. God creates life and God's word teaches us of the unequivocal requirement to protect, preserve and promote life, because human life is precious and occupies an unassailable position of priority in God's eyes. The JUGC is urging the country to remain intent to urgently find ways to reverse the culture of violence which is sadly part of our everyday life. We must end this unacceptable bloodletting. The church group has offered comfort and support to the grieving members of the families whose lives it said continue to be egregiously violated by wanton acts of incalculable barbarity. We offer support to the members of the community of Cocoa Peace and other communities whose tranquility and decorum continue to be horrifically disrupted by murders. We stand in support of the large numbers of Jamaicans whose sensibilities are filled with outrage with each act of violence, it said. The JUGC is encouraging the security forces to do all that is legally mandated for the speedy resolution to crime and violence. We urge all people of faith and well-thinking Jamaicans to remain resolute in our insistence for a safer Jamaica rooted with our faith in God, it concluded.